All right. Happy Tuesday from Midvale, Utah. That's how Alabamians call it anyway. Midvale, Utah. Happy Tuesday. Um, we have been, big waves, big waves. Come on, let's get them waves going. You need some waves in this Tuesday. You need to feel the love. Um, I'm still worried about Rick that I called Rick and said I'd like to see him and he cut his camera off. So we'll figure that out later. Um, John Frick, I want to know you're in our thoughts and our prayers, buddy. Okay. Just heard, and I just want to let you know that. Okay. You're much loved here. And John, if everybody knows, if everybody can spot John on here, he's kind of like the first arriver to the coaches' corners most morning. He's the lone nut that shows up first before everybody gets here. So, John, we appreciate you and Lauren, and we love you both and praying for you. So, traits is the word today. Traits. And I told you I'm gonna try to be quick but also come from the heart. A distinguished quality or characteristic, typically one belonging to a person. And I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. And I'm just gonna speak really quick on a quote about leadership. Leadership consists not in degrees of techniques, but in traits of character. And I want to say this. I'm cutting my phone off. I'm not even going to read my notes this morning. But this is one of those that's on my heart. Because when I was a high school football coach, one of the things that I learned from my mentor, that was a coach, long coach for many years, said, Brent, traits come out in people in the good and bad times. Everybody has traits, kind of like your character. And he said, sometimes you're not going to like what you see. Right? You're not going to like what you see. And a lot of times somebody might be watching in the coach's corner and he's like, who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? You know, like, what's he, something up with this, something up with that. No, I'm talking about myself. Okay. Talking about myself. Because I think we all got ourselves pictured as a person that wants to have high quality traits. I think we could all go around. If I asked Enos Hutchinson, hey, Enos, give me some high quality traits, he would probably say honesty. Enos, ever since I've known him, is always somebody so polite. He seems so caring. He seems real. He seems loving. He's definitely devoted to Arlene because she makes him drag big trees around at Christmas time. But I want to have high quality traits. And I'm sure you're the same way. But our character is going to show in those good and those tough moments of our life. Me and Tracy Turnberg and Andrew Rosser was talking yesterday on the drive to Utah about kind of red light, green light. There's actually a book out Tracy will tell you about one day. Red light, green light. I think it's and that's not the name of the book, but I'm sure there's a book out there called that. But that's kind of life. We go through life and it's a green light. Man, we got this thing under control, but we still got traits that come out. If I'm feeling it, I got a lot of money in the bank. Real estate's going good, business going good. If you watch me, I might get a little crazy out there in my traits. But then times when that light turns red and everybody stop, right? Come to a halt. And something just hits you hard. Traits come out, good or bad, like that coach used to tell me, good or bad. 4th down and 1, you'll find out who's got you back. You'll find out where them traits are, where them character flaw, where that character is, good or bad. And I share with you this morning to take the time to list your top 5 traits that you want to be known for. And today and this week, when you're going through this life, or I'm going through this life, and that red light, green light hits us, because it's going to, like, red light, boom, green light, I'm going. Keep those 5 traits close to your heart. Because for Brent Palmer today, what trait meant to me was this dash will end one day. This dash of life. And the traits that my kids, that my family, that my friends, that all these people, the traits will be remembered way past that dash. What do I want it to be? So, got a little emotional, but that's okay. Happens sometimes. Andrew, I'm going to turn it to you.
Well, great lesson, Coach, especially coming from the heart. And I'm going to talk a little quiet, so let me know if you can hear me. But I'm kind of down here. Okay, good. I'm in the hotel lobby and over here, and don't want to be talking to everybody else too. This is our Coach's Corner, not their Coach's Corner. And first of all, I want to say thank you to Colleen for this word. This was a good one. It definitely gave me something to chew on, something to think about. And the quote that I loved was, just about any personality trait or skill can be learned. Simply find it in someone you know and copy it, and then watch what happens. So what I took from that is that we all have the ability to get better. We all have the ability to pull in those high quality traits that Coach was talking about and make it part of who we are. We just might have to practice at it. Like, and I'm going to go through the traits of successful people. So these are 15, I think, traits that the most successful people out there have. And so when I was kind of reading through this, there were some that I definitely could not put a check next to. Andrea's missing that. But what my research was saying was that we can absolutely pull that into ourselves, find somebody that's phenomenal in that area, and then just go copy them. So first of all, the first trait that they said for successful people was leadership. Next, self-confidence. Next one was aspiration. So, they're striving to be better. Number 4 is drive. So if you want to be successful, you have to have a strong drive. But on the flip side, number 5 is patience. So this was one that I'm like, patience can be a struggle. So definitely have to work in that area. So, okay, I'm going to work on my patience. I'm not going to pray for it in traffic, but I definitely need to work on my patience. Now, after that is discipline. Number 7 is communication. And again, this can be something that, can sound so simple, so easy, like just communicate. But it kind of goes back to, sometimes we think we're communicating, but really we're not. We're just sharing our information, but we're not getting the feedback that we need from the other people around us. So communication is huge. Coach talked about the next one, and that's integrity. I don't think any of us want to work with anyone that doesn't have integrity. Number 9 would be the willingness to learn. So, just like plugging into the Coach's Corner, researching these words, listening to the self-development, reading the books, like being willing to grow and know that we don't have it all figured out already. Number 10 is responsibility. So a sense of responsibility. 11 is self-reliant. Need to work on that, self-reliance. 12, optimism. There's another one Andrea's got to work on. 13, passion. 14, creativity. And then 15, the final one, is resilience. And, all of these are so important, right? Every single one. But kind of thinking about what Coach was saying, that we're going to have those red lights, and we're going to have the green lights, and then we're going to have, just the hard, fast stops and the roadblocks and all the things like that is the beauty of life. I was kind of talking to Christine last night, and we were kind of talking about some different things. And she's like, I don't know why bad things have to happen. It's like, well, bad things have to happen so that we can appreciate the good things, right? So we're going to have the bad stuff. It just is the way that life was designed. But if we have resilience, then we can absolutely make it through to the other side and find success there. So thank you so much for this one this morning, Coach. Appreciate you. And Colleen, thank you so much for the word.
Absolutely. Thank you, Colleen. Andrea, that was awesome. And just want everybody to know that Will Garson was being talked about as we went and traipsed across Wyoming. And all of our Wyoming friends, we were talking about you as we went through yesterday. So love you guys. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back tomorrow from Utah.
Love you guys. And it was all
Great.
good talk. All
Bye.
All good
Thank
talk.
you. Happy Tuesday.
Thank
Great
you.
day.
Thank you.
You
Have a good
too,
day.
buddy.
Guys, have a great day.
Beautiful
You
job.
guys.